Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video, and today we're going to react to Ghostemane, Euronymous. Now I've never heard of Ghostemane, so I did a quick look up, and Ghostemane real name is Eric Whitney. He's an American hip-hop artist from Lake Worth, Florida. He was originally a guitar player for hardcore and doom metal bands whilst growing up in Florida, later moving to LA to find success as a rapper. Now, when I first read that he was a hip-hop artist and I looked at the title of the track, Euronymous, I immediately thought of Mayhem, Euronymous, who I believe is the guy that Varg Vikernes stabbed in the head. I could be wrong, I can't remember. So I had a quick look up at the song, and the first thing I find out is the title of the song is a reference to Mayhem's guitarist Ostian Euronymous Arseth. So, you know, so when you hear a reference to Mayhem, black metal, Ghostemane, hip hop, it was a bit of a strange moment because I wasn't sure what to make of that. But then finding out that he used to be a guitarist for hardcore and doom metal bands kind of made it a bit more sense. I'm still going to be intrigued as to how this song goes because, yeah. I've got the lyrics up here as usual, and I'll put a link to the original video in the description below. As mentioned in a previous video, I'm going to be away for a week. So if anybody makes any requests or comments and I don't reply, I'm not ignoring you. I'm probably just not going to have access to internet. All of this week's videos are going to be uploaded beforehand and scheduled for release one at a time. So yeah, if I don't reply or make any comment as to why, you know, as to your requests or comments, it's just because I haven't been able to access my account. So anyway, we'll get on with this. Ghostemane Euronymous. We'll see how this goes.
This is the type of music believed to be responsible for a wave of attacks on churches in Northern Europe. It's overtly anti-Christian and synonymous with satanic worship. This church in Bergen, Norway was burnt to the ground.
I never get no sleep, and my money y'all spent, but one day I'ma die and it won't mean shit. I'm sick of seeing kids trying to rap like this. Take that man T off, you don't listen to that shit, bitch. I'm an introverted, inverted, cross reppin' motherfucking bone bands, leave me alone. Black metal pumping out my whip, I'm getting in touch with Lucifer again. I was doing fine, but now I think I'm giving it to temptation, man. I don't wanna die no more, I don't hate life no more. Can't came from the job when I grow, better from it into the flow. But I'm on overdose, I don't pop pills like yo. Speaking to Hermes alone, you don't know when I'm eating you lost. Friday on a trip all day, Saturday I'm a drink all day, Sunday I'm a post about the church, burning down your burn on cars. Friday I'm a trip all day, Saturday I'm a drink all day, Sunday I'm a post about the church, burning down your burn on cars.
Very strange, very weird. I will say I'm not overly keen of the style of the song. Not particularly fond of the way he's, you know, presenting the song. But I do like some of the lines in here. It says, "One day I'm gonna die, and it won't mean shit. I'm sick of seeing kids trying to rap like this. Take that band T off. You don't listen to that shit." Now this is something that I see quite regularly. I mean, you see so many people these days, you know, all these people that listen to mainstream music, shall we say, you know, listen to the chart music, listen to hip-hop and whatever, and they're walking around wearing Motorhead shirts, Guns N' Roses shirts, and the worst offender is the Nirvana shirt. And half these people have no idea what they actually are. They don't know that Nirvana was a band. I've seen, like, videos of people where they've like walked up to someone and go, "Do you know what that t-shirt means?" And they've gone, "I just thought it was a brand." And it's like, no, Nirvana is a group, a heavily influential group. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. You know, it's like, back when I was in my younger days, I used to get hideously bullied and beaten up at school because I listened to heavy metal. And, you know, the way I was dressed was mocked, and, you know, even up to only a couple of years ago, people were still shouting insults at me as they drive past in a car because I was wearing a band t-shirt. But now suddenly it's become okay for these, again, I'll use the word mainstream music people, to walk around in band shirts of bands that they've never listened to. They have no idea who they are, but it's suddenly, you know, an in thing. And yeah, and it is one of those things where you sort of look at them and, you know, you know, you get these people, bleach blonde, fake tan, shorts that are more like a thong than anything else, wearing a metal band t-shirt, and you're like, you don't listen to that shit, you know, wear something more representative of who you are. Stop, you know, just stop it, you're making an idiot of yourself. Anyway, but he then goes on to say, I'm an introverted, invert cross rapping mother, go bump, please leave me alone, black metal bumping. Now, this is basically just suggesting that whilst he performs this style of music, you know, he still appreciates metal, you know, and that's fine. You know, there are some people that do. I will give them that. I mean, it's like me. I listen to mostly metal, but, you know, I still listen to hip hop and stuff like that. So it does happen, but, you know, there are some people you just know. And then he goes, Friday I'm a triple day, Saturday I'm a drink all day, Sunday I'm a post up at the church, burn it down, young Varg, I'm cursed. So this is like a reference to, I can't remember how long ago it was, but when Varg Vikernes and Euronymous and all these black metal types were going through the phase of, you know, they were burning down churches, which, you know, is something I definitely don't condone. It's, you know, you might be against religion, but there's limits. But yeah, you know, they would be like high on drugs and alcohol and think, you know, let's go and burn the church down, that'll be fun. And there's that immediate line there, burn it down, young Varg, I'm cursed. So, you know, it makes a direct reference to Varg Vikernes in comparison to Euronymous. So it's definitely an interesting take, but I don't like the style, I will say. You know, just carry on.
I forgot how to smile, cause somebody showed me. Then again, I never knew, I just put on the show. How can I recall a time that I did not want to keep my face under the surface of my defense of my path of a disease, I'm beginning to feel like a bro. You were being shot, now you think you see the sun. Until you see your face to face, and then you take you wonder. Friday on a trip all day, Saturday on a day all day, Sunday on a best of the day. Running out on the bottom of the place.
Well, you know, one thing I loved about that video, and I forgot to mention it before, is the way it opened with the sort of like newsreels type of voiceover, where it's like, this kind of metal is this kind of music is responsible for devil worship and stuff like that. It's a scapegoat, basically. All too often, metal music has been blamed for certain things. It's like a kid goes out and murders someone, it's immediately Marilyn Manson's fault, for example. You know, people burn down churches, it's because they listen to heavy metal. You know, and you always see that when people blame music, most times, not all times, most times, it's because they listen to heavy metal. I think it was the film 8mm, I think it was, with Nicolas Cage, and they basically blamed the whole motive on the killer for the fact that he was listening to Danzig. So, you know, it's a common thing, and I like the way he's sort of trying to change that. Well, not so much change that, he's sort of highlighting how ridiculously stupid that is. Another thing I actually do like is the fact that the style of the video is done in the style of like the old school black metal or doom metal videos. I mean, you look at like early My Dying Bride videos, they were very similar to that. You know, they had the weird sort of inverted colour schemes, you know, it was all handheld camera, very grainy, you know, it was actually quite funny the way he did the video, and I like that. But I don't actually like the track. I mean, I like what it's, you know, what it's representing, you know, I like the story, if you will, behind it. I just don't like the execution. I don't like the style. I mean, of course, I'm going to give him, you know, mad props, oh dear, you know, because, as I've said before, to write and sing like that, it does take talent, but I just don't like the style. But yeah, anyway, I'll leave that as it is. So if you want to recommend any tracks for me to check out, please do so. Drop a comment in the comment section below, or message me on Instagram, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said, I'm going to be away this week, so, you know, I might not get back to you immediately, but rest assured I will get back to you about it. But yeah, we'll leave that as is. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.
I forgot how to smile, cause somebody showed me. Then again, I never knew, I just put on a show.